Foxborough Rush coming back at you on a Monday after a huge win for the Patriots. A significant win, a statement win, a foundational win. I don't. What word
Oh,
do you want to use, Trav? Because I think all of those apply.
yeah, I would go kick-ass win. That would be mine. Simple.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, look, it had all the makings. So, look,
Yeah.
you sit here after the game and you go, oh, who do I want to give flowers to after this one? I honestly, like, I was told I have to give 3. Can I have like 6? I mean,
Yes. Yes.
it was hard to sit there and narrow this down. But look, do they make like Carolina blue roses? Because I feel
Oh,
like you gotta give Drake Maye some flowers. First primetime game, under the lights. Has to operate the 2-minute drill to get his team down the field to win this one. Had to make some big throws in the
yeah.
process of getting them to this point, right? Like, the Bills come out after halftime, they have first possession, they march down the field and score, and you're going, okay, how's the Patriots offense going to answer this? And Drake led him down the field. Steph Diggs with a huge catch in the process. Ramondre Stevenson just trots in to the end zone, and it was like, oh, okay, you want to ask how we're going to answer this, Buffalo? Here we go. We just
Yep.
answered it. Drake Maye, absolutely. Here's some Carolina blue for you, dude, because that
Yeah.
was the best kind of primetime showing you could have in your first primetime game.
Well said, J Mac. I also am going to give him an entire bouquet of Carolina blue roses. And then Bill Belichick's bouquet, I'm going to throw into the Charles River and say, you don't deserve it, Bill. You don't deserve it, Bill. Okay? Jordan, go get that for me. As far as Drake Maye, I think she had to catch us straight there. As far as Drake Maye, look, he outperformed Josh Allen. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Buffalo fans don't want to talk about it. We will, all right? He outplayed the MVP. When you needed Josh Allen, he was trying to figure out the Patriots defense like a Rubik's Cube, and he couldn't do it, all right? He was turning the ball over. Drake Maye did not make that mistake, and there were several times in this game that he could have did it, but he didn't. He used his legs for good. He would buy time. He would scramble. Someone get open, hero toss, hero throw. He was making all that kind of stuff happen. He had more passing yards than Josh Allen. In the big moments, Drake Maye made the plays, not Josh Allen. He was efficient with his legs. I thought Drake Maye outplayed the MVP, and that is a huge reason why the Patriots won the game. So I'm with you. Carolina blue roses to him and only to him, not to Bill.
I I loved the moment. I'm just going to keep going. I loved the moment after the game, when Melissa Stark was talking to both of them on the field, and Steph was commenting, on the quarterback, and he was like, but he's Drake Maye. He's Drake Maye.
That's right.
Like, let him be his own dude. And
Yep.
I think that's so true, right? Because everybody loves to play the comparison game. And we brought up that conversation last week here because you do get
Yep.
that, comp of, oh, is he a young Josh Allen? And just because of some of the tenets of his game and size and so on and so forth. But you got to let him be his own dude, his own quarterback, all of those things. And he played stellar football in this game last night. All right, I got some more flowers to hand out. I was trying to decide like what variety to go with here. I feel like they have to be like birds of paradise or something exotic for Steph Diggs. I feel like you can't go roses. I mean, it's got to be a little more exciting for him. Look, I mean, this is a game where there was emotion for him walking into Buffalo. He told us as much, in the buildup of going up there to play this game. And for him to lead the team the way he did throughout the course of the week, which is something that, he talked about and we heard his coaches talk about to try to get them ready for what it would be like to play in Buffalo in front of those fans, try to take him out of the game a little bit, which I thought the Patriots did. to make some of the plays that he did, to have, his second straight 100+ yard receiving game, $150 basically for him. I thought, given all the emotion of the night, just given everything that was going into it, for him to step up and have the night that he did, he's got some flowers coming his way.
I agree. I think, the part we can't really quantify with a Stephon Diggs is just that aura, that confidence. He didn't make it about himself. And that's another reason why I apologized to him in that first segment, because last night's an example of what I feared with him coming in, is everything's me, me, me. He could have easily made last night all about him and said all the wrong things pregame. Oh, I'm here for revenge. I'm here for this. I'm here for that. He didn't. He made it about us. And seeing him on the sidelines, coaching these guys up, hyping these guys up, coming into the pregame, hyping his guys up, arriving to the stadium the way he did, where you look at him, you go, oh yeah, that's him. No, not Stephon. Him. He's him. That's what he did. He brings that to this team, and I think it carried over on the field. That's true leadership, Jade. I mean, we talk about the numbers. You're right. 10 grabs, essentially $150 in the game. But really, I think the part you can't quantify is where he was the most valuable to this Patriots team, just giving them that belief that they could get this done.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, Travis. And I think that's such a good point, in that he didn't make this about him. And, he even said after, right, like being out there hyping the guys up, like he was like, that's any game. Like, that's me. That's who I want to be on this team. I want to be that leader for us. And I love how he has talked about everything being a test. Like, okay, like here's this test. And okay, we didn't pass this test, but this is what we have to learn from it. And now we did pass this test, so this is what we have to learn from this one. Like, here's how we grow from this after we, get the passing grade here. So I just love the mentality that he's brought to his leadership role within this team.
Yep.
All right. More flowers to hand out. It's hard to know which way to go here, honestly. I mean, I got two more. I got to do. I know we're supposed to do 3, but I got 2. One of them being, we talked a little bit about it, and we can hear Mike Vrabel talk about it too. But you don't know if you're walking out with a win if your rookie kicker doesn't hit it from 52 yards. So let's hear Vrabel talk about Andy Borregales and what he did to finish this one off for New England.
When you can see when he's building some confidence in his swing, it looks good. I don't know much about kicking other than it just looks like a good driver when those pros hit it right down the middle, and there's some balance to it and there's some calmness. And I think he's been working really hard, and to Tom and Jeremy, they've been working hard with him as well to maintain that consistency, that consistent swing. And I'm excited. I'm happy for him. Happy for all those guys, especially Andy and Julian and Bryce, that worked so hard. And it's funny, we just talked about all these blocks around the league, and trying to get these guys to practice field goal protection on a Wednesday in October, I thought would be a lot harder than what it was. They really just bought into it, the pad level, and every single rep. When you think in the middle of practice they could get lazy, and so we asked them to focus on it. We asked them to treat each kick like it was a game winner all week, and the protection was sound. And you see around the league that these kicks are getting blocked, and so obviously they practiced it. They recognized how important it was, and we were able to execute there at the end.
That's huge, right? I mean, just listening to Vrabel talk about the way in which they practice this, the attention to detail, the commitment of all the guys on the team, to be dialed in on a Wednesday in October. Because the reality is you don't have to look too far to find some teams who have lost games.
Oh yeah.
On kicks like that this year, having it blocked, and go talk to the Rams about how they felt leaving South Philadelphia the week before last after having a kick blocked and returned for a touchdown. That is no fun. No fun at
Yep.
all. So, but I think, when you got a young kid out there and he goes out there and he does what he did in that environment, what are you giving him? Like sunflowers? I mean, what do you think? What would Andy
I mean,
Borgman
listen,
like? Does Florida have a state flower? I don't know.
Whatever we're going to give him, we have to keep giving him, because as the season goes on, the way this team plays, in theory here, J-Mac, the defense is going to keep you in it every week. They have to figure out the run game, but at least you have an added wrinkle now with Drake Maye showing you, hey, I'm athletic enough, run me a little bit more. Drake Maye obviously is going to keep you in all these games and win a ton of them. Stephon Diggs looks like a true number one. So you're going to be in games where it could come down to the final kick. So having some confidence in this kid certainly helps. So whatever flower we're electing, we gotta get a big stash, because we're gonna give it out all season. I'm gonna go the defense overall here, because I keep going back to this, but to watch, it is so rare that we get to see Josh Allen struggle. Like, he was struggling trying to figure this defense out. There was only one sack on the night, but there was plenty of pressures, right? I think there was that big run he had, I want to say 19, 20 yards-ish, but that was it. Other than that, the defense really bottled up Josh Allen's legs as well. That was the difference in the game. Those couple mistakes, keeping him in the pocket, not letting him escape and kill you other than the one run. That was the difference in the game. And then Drake Maye did not make those mistakes. And we got the performance from Steph Diggs, right? So I'm going to go defense here, and I'm just giving them hydrangeas. I'll just go like New England style and just pass that out and say, go plant this at your house. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah. I'll name a couple specific guys on that defense, because you named him earlier. Marcus Jones, obviously, coming up with the pick. That was huge. He had himself a night out there. And we talked about this too, but Christian Gonzalez, I mean, come on. Like, they go after him, obviously, late in the back of the end zone. He was like breaking out every move to make sure that his man was covered. And then on third down too. So you got to give him credit, because he has to change the way offenses approach the Patriots defense. That is the type of player that he is. He changes the entire dynamic on that field. So hydrangeas, whatever you want to throw his way, he is definitely deserving of many of them in this particular game. And Josh Allen, he racked up some yards, but I think the biggest thing, Travis, is that the Patriots kept him, for the most part, going horizontally. Like, he never really got moving down the field. And you'd watch and it would be like, oh, like they almost had him. They almost had him. They almost had him. So they were getting a lot of pressure, but when he did get rolling, it was usually this way instead of this way, where he can obviously really burn you and rack up some yards.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if you have any more flowers, but I would like to move on to my lump of coal, because I am serving one Patriots player a pink slip, walking papers, a divorce contract, something. I am over. I am over. Ramondre Stevenson, J-Mac. I don't even think he should be on the roster. He shouldn't even have had an opportunity to get 2 touchdowns last night. And sure enough, he fumbled. And he's lucky that it didn't cost his team again. But really, I can't even blame him at this point. Why are you hanging on to this guy? Just go get someone off the damn street. I'll take someone from a market basket with speed at this point. Just get me someone who won't drop the G-damn ball every single stinking bleeping game. This is a family program. I'm keeping it clean. But J-Mac, I want to cuss. So I am giving him divorce papers, walking papers, pink slip, whatever the opposite of a flower is. I'm giving him the soil. Go plant whatever you want and get out of here.
He might just grow a flower out of it. Be careful, Travis.
Do it somewhere else. It won't be here.
Look, I said my piece on Ramondre. He came back in this game, and they won in part because he was out there. He found the end zone twice. You can't tell me that when the ball came his way again after the fumble, he wasn't going, oh man, like this needs to be like a firstborn kid. I can't let this go. Okay.
Right.
So look, I just think that they need him right now to win. That's the reality of it. So if you need him to win, you better bet your butt you've got to talk some confidence into him, find some ways to continue to build him up and have him finish the way he did last night as opposed to the way he started last night. So nope, I refuse to serve any divorce papers. They're all yours to serve. My signature not required.
You make a great point, though, about not dropping a firstborn, because allegedly my parents did drop me, which explains a lot, Jade. Explains a lot.
All right, let's talk a little bit about what else needs improvement. That's how I like to go. It's like the A's on the report card and the NIs, the needs improvements. So, to me, look, obviously ball security, that's something that we've addressed. The Patriots are going to continue to harp on it. Look, the Bills are going to have to harp on it after this game. The first half of this game, you were kind of going, what in the world? Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is sloppy from both teams, right? The penalties also. I mean, that is the biggest needs improvement for me coming out of this game. The penalties, just those two roughing the passer penalties late in this game. I was like, come on. Like you can't do that stuff. And that's where I was saying it's the good, the bad, and the stuff that gets you beat, as Vrabel says it in the family variety here on Foxborough Rush. But that's the stuff that the Patriots can't afford to do because no team, I don't care who you are, like the Buffalo Bills lost last night because of turnovers and how it hindered them in this game. So I don't care who you are. If you have the MVP, if you're, defending a Super Bowl, you cannot afford penalties like that and turnovers like that and expect to win week in and week out in this league. So that's the biggest needs improvement area of the report card for me.
No doubt. Look, if I'm a Bills fan, I want to serve papers, walking papers, get the step-in papers to Sean McDermott today, too, because yet again, whenever I see the Bills in a situation where a team is making life hard on Josh Allen, because you're never going to stop him, but a team's containing him, right? And you're in this game and you got a chance, you got the Bills on the ropes. We see this all the time with Mahomes and the gang, right? Whenever I see the Bills in that situation, I look at Sean McDermott and he looks so lost. He doesn't know what to do. And you look around this league, Jade, you know the names. Sean McVay don't have that damn look. He figures it out. Andy Reid don't have that damn look. He figures it out. Sean Payton in Denver doesn't have that damn look. And the list goes on and on. Even our guy, Mike Vrabel's figuring it out. I look at Sean McDermott. He looks lost, like a puppy looking for his doghouse. He doesn't know what to do. And time again, in these style of games, we see the Bills lose. Sean McDermott, he's another one. Pink slip city. Get the step in.
Okay, with the exception of Vrabel there, and they showed Josh McDaniels just as much. All those guys that you just named, they're all offensive guys. Sean McDermott's not. Like, he's a defensive coordinator. The Bills have made changes over the years. Joe Brady's their OC right now. They decided to move on and mix it up a little bit. And for the most part, I think it has worked well for them. It wasn't all that long ago that the Baltimore Ravens were in there with a huge lead, and Derrick Henry had over 200 yards on the ground, and everybody thought that they were going to start the season with a loss, and they came back and won that game because Josh Allen and Joe Brady and that offense around him found ways to put points on the board. Great coaches are not easy to find, and I ask this question all the time. If you're going to move on from this guy, who are you going to replace him with? There is nobody right now that I would say, let's replace Sean McDermott with this guy. No, I'm not there yet. I think this Bills team still has a lot of football ahead of them in the 2025 season.
Jade, you're not there yet. Let's see who becomes available. I mean, right now, you know where I'm from, right? Everyone back home wants to run John Harbaugh out of the city. I'm just saying, Jade, if a John Harbaugh is on the market, Hell, this is where Bill Belichick's killing himself, because if he's winning at UNC and wants to get back in the NFL, that would make a lot of sense. I think it just depends who hits the market. Sean McDermott, to your point, right now there's no one better, but let's see who's available come the offseason. That's all I'm saying.